That's it. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, Nichnas Adar, Ma'apim Besimcha. Misha, Nichnas Adar, Ma'abim Besimcha. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Happy Purim, Chag Purim, Sameach to all of you. It's wonderful to be here joining together in our evening prayer. Let us begin. What's that? It's upside down? Let's see if we can flip that around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome. This is our Purim evening service, our Ma'ariv service. This will be a full, complete, regular service with our special, at least our version of the Megillah reading and a little bit of fun that we're going to have during the service. Because on Purim, everything is upside down, flipped around. I will not do a handstand, at least this year. Maybe next year you can convince me. But on Purim, everything we find is upside down. So let us begin with our closing song. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol. Oh wait, that's not the version I was going to sing. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Liet Nasa V'Chepto Kol Azay Melech Shemonika. That's not the version I wanted either. Oh no, I can't remember it. I really can't. It's not a shtick. I can't remember the tune. ואחרי כיחות הכל לבדו ימלוך נרא אדון עולם והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם השם הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם והוא אחד ואין שני להמשילו להכפיר אדון עולם בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולא העוז המשרה אדון עולם והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצוחב לי בעצר אדון עולם והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנקוסי ביום אחד אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם בידו הפקיד רוחי בעת תישן וירא אדון עולם ואם רוחי גוויעתי אדוני לי ולא ירא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם. Please rise as we begin our service. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You may be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'hiot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. Join with me. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Adonai, your God, is true. Tell me I'm clever. Tell me I'm kind. Tell me I'm talented. Tell me I'm cute. Tell me I'm sensitive, graceful, and wise. Tell me I'm perfect. But tell me the truth. That, of course, is from our great 20th century Jewish scholar, Harav Shel Silverstein. Do you guys know Shel Silverstein? Is that too old for you? No Shel Silverstein? Ah, okay. I'm never sure about these cultural references. I grew up on Shel Silverstein. One of these days, we're going to have to do an all Shel Silverstein Shabbat. Micha, 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 Mocha Bailim. Micha, 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 Mocha Adonai. Micha Mocha, Ner Bokadosh. Micha Mocha Adonai. Micha, 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 Mocha Adonai. Micha, 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 Mocha Bailim. Micha Mocha, Nedar Bakodesh. Micha Mocha Adonai. sudden Chatzi Kadesh. Yitkadal v'yitkadash meraba. Why are the... Please rise. I think I'm missing a slide there. Yitkadal v'yitkadash meraba. Balma divrach yote v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon. ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקדושה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירה בעלמא, ואמרו אמן. Please rise. Oh, don't rise so far. Rise down a little bit. Come on down. There we go. We rise as we come together before the presence of God as we pray together. Adonai sefatai tiftach uchi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכה חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We continue now in silent prayer, or if you're with your family, you can have a discussion, starting with what makes you feel joy. As we come into reading our Megillah, retelling the story of the scroll of Esther, of course, this is a Zoom meeting. We've got kids. We've got, I know, short attention spans, not just for the kids, but for the parents as well, and for those of you that are joining us. So it will be an abridged English version with a couple of my own twists as we go through the Megillah, but we will still say the appropriate blessings when we come to that point. But first, we say a blessing for this special Purim day. V'al hanisim v'al hapurkan v'al hagvurot v'al hatshuot v'al hamilchamot שעשית לאבותינו ואמותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. In the days of Mordecai and Esther, the wicked Haman arose in Persia, plotting the destruction of all the Jews. He planned to destroy them in a single day, the 13th of Adar, to permit the plunder of their possessions. But through your great mercy, Adonai, his plan was thwarted, his scheme was frustrated. We therefore thank you and bless you, O great and gracious God. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על מקרא מגילה. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who sanctifies us with commandments and commands us regarding the reading of the scroll. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, who made miracles for our ancestors in the days of old. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who has kept us alive and well to celebrate this joyous season of Purim together. Is there sound coming through? Okay.
In Persia, a long, long time ago, lived Mordecai and his cousin Esther. Hello, my name is Esther, and I am Jewish. I live in Persia, and I am fierce.
Go Esther! Go Esther! Go Esther!
Hey guys, have you heard? Queen Vashti was banished for disobeying the king, and now there's a countrywide audition to be the king's new queen. I'm so nervous. They don't know I'm Jewish, and I'm not going to bring it up.
Go Esther! Go Esther! Go Esther!
Morty was right. I totally won. It's cool being queen. I have beautiful things. But I'm lonely being cut off from all my real friends. Mordecai is coming to visit me today. I want to run and greet him, but that Haman dude, the prime minister, is downstairs. There's something not quite right about that guy. Can't put my finger on it. Finally, Morty arrives. Are you okay? And Morty tells me the most horrible words my ears have ever heard. Everyone was ordered to bow down to Haman, and everyone did except him, and Haman flipped out. Now Haman has convinced the king to declare that on the 13th of the month, the Jews will all be killed. I knew there was something about that, Haman. I need to start trusting my instincts. Mordecai, these are our people, our family, our future. And Morty tells me, it's no mistake that I was named queen. I must convince the king to stop this slaughter. But Morty, anyone who steps to the king without being summoned faces death. Look what happened to Queen Vashti. That night I lay restless. I look out the window and I remember. Hello, my name is Esther, and I am Jewish. I am so fierce, and I'm the queen. The next day I approach the king. I need to talk to you. I'm throwing a banquet tomorrow, and I want you and Haman to come. He agrees.
Go, Esther. Go, Esther. Go, Esther.
The banquet is awesome. Haman and the king are in the front row, and I stand in front of all the Persian guests. My dear king, it has been ordered that all the Jews are to be killed. That means that I am going to die too, for I am Jewish. I am standing up for what I believe in. If you believe that I shouldn't die and that my people shouldn't die, then you must stop this evil plan. The room went silent. Who would ever think of such a thing? The king cried. Him, I pointed. Haman. The king was furious. He stood up and bellowed, let it be ordered across the land that no Jews are to be killed.
Go, Esther. Go, Esther. Go, Esther.
And wouldn't you know, my king flipped the script. Haman was hanged, and the Jews were saved. Always have the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Oh, and P.S. I started making these awesome cookies that are shaped like Haman's silly hat. They're selling like hotcakes. Who knew?
Almost lost my yarmulke there. You know, well, you guys are at home watching videos. We're also watching the video here, but we like to have a lot of fun. So this you can do full screen with me. Once upon a time in a town called Shushan, there lived a man named Mordecai. He was a good man and always tried to help people to do the right thing. Well, Mordecai lived with his niece Esther, and they were Jewish just like you. That means they liked eating challah and lighting Hanukkah candles and singing Shabbat songs just like you do. Well, in that same town there lived a king called King Ahasuerus. He lived in a big palace and he had lots of money, but he was a bit lonely. He needed a new queen to come and live with him in the palace. He looked everywhere and eventually he decided that the one person he liked most of all was Esther, who was not only pretty, but also smart and very kind. So Esther said goodbye to her uncle Mordecai and went to live in the palace with the king and become his queen. But she didn't tell him that she was Jewish. Now, there was a man who worked in the palace who was not very nice. His name, you have your groggers ready? You know the rules, right? Every time we say this name, you got to make a lot of noise. His name was Haman. Boo! He expected everyone to do exactly what he said and bow down to him when they saw him, and he got angry if someone didn't do exactly what he wanted. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He wanted to hurt all the Jews, though they were not to blame, sir. today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. Haman said he'd hurt us all. Oh my, how it did scare us. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. When Esther speaking to the king of Haman's plot made mention, ha ha, said he, oh no he won't, I'll spoil his bad intention. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. The guest of honor he shall be, this clever Mr. Smarty. High above us he shall swing at a little hanging party. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. Of all his cruel and unkind ways, this little joke did cure him. And don't forget, we owe him thanks for this jolly feast of Purim. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. You sing it with me. Today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. Well, one day, Haman, boo, met Mordecai, and Mordecai did not bow down to him. Haman became very cross, and he went to the king and he said, there are some people around here who do things differently from other people, and I think you should make them all go away forever. Well, the king didn't really know what Haman was talking about, but he said, okay, you can tell those people to go away, the ones who do things differently. What Haman wanted to do was get rid of Mordecai and Esther and all of their Jewish friends. Well, the Jewish people were very sad because they liked living in the kingdom and they didn't want to go away. What could they do? Well, Mordecai sent a message to Esther at the palace, and the message said, Esther, we need your help. That nasty Haman, boo, wants to get rid of us all. Please talk to the king and ask him to stop Haman. Boo. Well, Queen Esther thought, I must be very brave. And she made a special dinner for the king with all of his favorite foods, and then she invited the king and Haman to come and have dinner with her. Well, the king thought the dinner was delicious, and he was so happy after he finished eating. He said to Queen Esther, what can I do to say thank you? Queen Esther said, oh, please, I need you to help me and my uncle Mordecai and our friends, because there's somebody who wants to make us all go away. Well, that's terrible, said the king, because he really liked Esther and he didn't want her to go away. Who gets rid of you? Who wants to get rid of you and your friends and your family? Esther stood up and pointed at Haman and said, it's him. Haman wants to get rid of us. Oh no, said the king, and he was very angry indeed. And he called his guards and said, take away Haman, get rid of him instead. Well, then the king asked Mordecai to come and work at the palace and to do Haman's job. Boo, Haman! But of course, Mordecai was much nicer than Haman. Boo! I think I missed a couple Hamans, but I bet you caught them. Boo, Haman! Nobody had to go and live anywhere else if they didn't want to. So after that, everyone lived happily in the kingdom. Mordecai did a really good job working for the king, and Queen Esther made delicious biscuits called hamantashen. Okay, that last part's not quite true. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol Yehudim, Masechot Ra'ashnim, Shirim Verukjudim, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Barishanim. Purim Day, it's a happy holiday. We make noise with our toys, sing and dance and play. Let's hear the groggers rush, rush, rush. Let's hear the groggers rush, rush, rush. Let's hear the groggers rush, rush, rush. Happy holiday. Hebrew one more time. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol Yehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Shirim Verekudim, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Havan Risha Rash Rash Rash, Barashanim. Well, that brings us to an end of our retelling of the story of the Megillah of Megillat Esther. As we return to our service, please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קורעים ומשתחווים ומודים. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמה, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. Even on a happy holiday such as Purim, we still finish every service by remembering all of those people who we loved, although they are no longer here to celebrate with us. And we miss those joyous times that we got to celebrate with them. Our reading of names publicly is reserved for Shabbat, but if there is anyone that you are missing who has died, that you wish they could be with you right now, I invite you to rise and say their name aloud at this time. There are stars up above so far away, we see their lights only long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we love. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways to remember. Zichronam levacha, may the blessing of loved ones always, may the memory of loved ones always be a blessing. As a congregation, we rise together to support those who might be missing a loved one. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrei chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'hagala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'l'olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berichu, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמה ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, to which we say, Amen. Before we have our closing song, which will also be our opening song, I want to remind everybody that we will be having, of course, regular Shabbat services tomorrow and through Saturday. But on Sunday, we are going to have a wonderful gathering here at the temple, outside, socially distanced, celebration for Purim. Originally, we were planning it, and then there was a big storm that hit, and so we moved it to after Purim. But this way, it's actually closer to the real holiday, even though it's a day late. Come in costume. That's whether you're a little kid or whether you're a big kid like me or an even bigger kid. Come in costume. We're going to have costume contest prizes. Not only bring yourself in costume, but bring your car decorated, whatever you would like to do to make it extra special. Tell all of your friends, let them know that you're decorating your car and you're going to win the biggest, best prize for the fanciest, most decorated car. And we're going to have a reverse parade, which means you can go through and see all of the other cars and all of the ways that people have decorated their cars for Purim to celebrate. We're going to have a DJ and music. We're going to have games and crafts and songs. And oh my gosh, there are so many things I can't even list them all. This is our Purim carnival. Get it? Because it's in the car. You stay in your car. You can also get out of your car, and we'll have some space in the parking lot where you can sit, bring a picnic lunch to enjoy. That's sponsored by the Sunday School. You don't have to be in the Sunday School to come, but it's especially for the Sunday School as a celebration. So everybody should be there. If you want to stay in your car, everything will you'll be able to do everything inside your car in the parking lot. And we look forward to seeing everybody there. So once again, our closing song, which as promised is our opening song, Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. I think you know that part. Try it with me. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Here's the really hard part. It's 4 whole words. Misha, Nichnas Adar. Marvim besimcha, Mishanichnas Adar, Marvim besimcha. Now we're back to the fun part. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, Nichnas Adar. Marvim besimcha, Mishanichnas Adar, Marvim besimcha, Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar, Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Adar has come. We increase our joy. We celebrate together. It's been wonderful to celebrate this evening with you. How many folks do we have on Zoom? About half a dozen? Let's stick around. Oh, we've got a minion on Zoom. Let's stick around after the service if you're already on Zoom for a short virtual social oneg where we can at least spend some time and see each other's faces, especially if you have little ones, unless it's their bedtime. We would love to see their smiling, shining faces for just a few minutes so that we can wave hello and goodbye before we say good night. So join us on Zoom. If you're watching, by the way, if you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, and this will be available, of course, as with all of our services, available afterwards on those platforms. But if you're watching live right now, join us over on Zoom. The link should be in your email. We'll see you now.